Today's lesson is on comparing and ordering whole numbers. Are you ready for today's riddle? What did you learn in school today? So, let's look at the difference between comparing and ordering whole numbers. First, comparing involves only two numbers and often uses the less than, which is this symbol, greater than, or equal sign. Ordering involves three or more numbers that are placed in order from least to greatest or greatest to least. Now we're going to look at comparing whole numbers. So let's review the steps. The first step is to line up the ones placed for each number. Look at the largest place value in each number. If one number has more places to the left of the ones placed than the other, it is the greatest of the two numbers. If the digits are different, the number with the largest digit is the greatest number. So if the digits are the same, have the same number of digits in each number, then you're going to look to see if the digits are different, and the one with the largest digit is the greatest number. If they are the same, you start at the farthest number to the left. If they are the same, then you continue to keep going to the right until you find the greatest number, which will be the one where there's one place value that has a larger number than the other one. So let's take a look at how this actually works. So we're going to order the following numbers: 34,764, and 34,778. One of the things I like to do when I order numbers is turn my paper sideways and use the lines to help me line up the digits. So I'm going to write the 34,764. Whoop. And the 34,778, lining up each digit. Okay, so now that I have the numbers lined up, I'm going to look to see if the digits are different. Now that I know the digits are different, I'm going to look to see if there's more digits in one number than the other. And there's not. So the next step would be to start. Okay, now that we know that the numbers have the same number of digits, we're going to start looking at the place value. So start by looking at the very first place value, the largest of them, which is the 10,000s place. And we see they have the same number. So the next step then would be to start going one place to the right until we find one digit that's greater than the other digit. So in the thousands place, the 4s are the same. The hundreds place, the 7s are the same. When we get to the tens place, we find that there's a 7 instead of a 6, so 34,778 is the largest number. Now to show the comparison, I'm going to write the two numbers over. 34,764, 34,778. And then to be able to put the right sign in, either the less than, greater than, or equal sign, I'm going to put one dot by my smaller number, and I'm going to put two dots by my larger number. And then I'm going to connect those dots. And I will always get the right sign if I do that. Okay, so how is ordering numbers different? Well, ordering numbers is different because you're actually going to put them in order from either least to greatest or greatest to least. So let's go ahead, and this time we're going to do these from least to greatest. So one thing I always like to do is do that little L to G to show me and remind me that I'm going from least to greatest. And again, I'm going to write my numbers one on top of the other. So I have 14,765, 1,456, 14,634, and 1,476. Okay, so I'm looking for the smallest number. I know that it's not going to be this one or this one because they have a place value into the 10,000s. So I'm going to just be looking at these two right here. So first off, I've got ones in the thousands place. I've got fours in the hundreds place. And I have a 7 in the tens place here and a 5 in the tens place there. So my smallest number is 1,456. The next number would be the 1,476. Okay, so now I have to look between my two numbers that go out into the 10,000s place. So again, I've got fours in both the thousands place, and I have a 6 here and a 7 here in the hundreds place. So the next number would be 14,634, and then 14,765. So that's all there is to comparing and ordering numbers. If you take the time to line them up, making sure that your place value is lined up, you'll usually, almost always, so long as you're careful, get the right answer. The biggest mistake people make is not paying attention to whether it's least to greatest or greatest to least, and then also being aware of all those other words like slower, faster, all those ER words that are going to show you that you're going to be ordering the numbers and comparing the numbers. So, we started off with a riddle. What did you learn in school today? And the answer is not enough. You have to come back tomorrow.